By Kilian is on fire and did it again with a brand new flanker of the original Angel Share. This is a 2025 release, just came out, and this is my take on it. Stay tuned after this intro. What is going on, guys, and welcome again to another video. In today's video, we're just gonna discuss the brand new flanker release of By Kilian. Yes, and I'm talking about Angel Share Paradis. The talk of the town, the talk of the fragrance community nowadays. Literally everybody talks about Angel Share Paradis nowadays. A lot of them love it and some of them not so much. I'm just gonna give you my take on it and let's see if I fall in the love or the hate category and why, and comparing it to the original Angel Share and see if it's redundant to own both of them or one of them it's enough. And which one is best suited for you based on your personality. But before I start giving you my take, please don't forget to like this video. Angel Share Paradis deserves at least 100 likes. Also click that subscribe button and the notification bell right next to it to not miss any of my fragrance reviews in the future. Share this video with all you smelly friends in a good way to make sure to know exactly what to expect from Angel Share Paradis. Links to my favorite By Kilians and my favorite fragrances gonna be in the description, so please take a look if you just want to save yourself a buck or two. And make sure to represent your neck of the wood. Where are you watching me from and what is your scent of the day? And today's shout out is for jpaul9651 from Albany, New York. So shout out to Albany, New York. And without making this video way too long, let's just go with the scent. When you first spray Angel Share Paradis on your skin, you'll definitely see the resemblance of Angel Share, the original. You can totally tell this is a flanker of the original. It's got the same vibe, the same dryness, the same liqueur effect with that cognac note in your face. You just cannot deny it. You're just gonna pick all that up from the first initial spray. But definitely it's much syrupy, sweeter than the original. But definitely with a much sweeter, fruitier raspberry note. But that raspberry note is not gonna be in your face from the get-go. You're definitely gonna pick it up, but it needs time to settle on your skin. And the more that raspberry note settles on your skin, the more you pick it up even more. And the more it gets sweeter and syrupier. So from the get-go, Angel Share Paradis is much sweeter, much fruitier with the raspberry note over the original Angel Share. There's definitely that oaky, woodsy vibe that the original Angel Share has as well. It is definitely here as well, and it's also as dry as the original. Combined with that boozy cognac effect, it just gives it that masculinity oomph that the original has. But also I find that syrupy, sweet, fruity raspberry effect to make this fragrance a little bit rounder, not rough around the edges as the original. And I'm sorry, I know a lot of people love the original, and I do love the original too. But truth to be told, the original is a little bit on the rough around the edges side. Surprisingly enough, even though this one is definitely drier and woodier than the original. But that raspberry effect, as a matter of fact, smoothen and kind of like mask all the edges down of the original. I'm telling you, when you smell this one, you definitely see the smoothness of this one over the original. Even though it is much sweeter, and I'll give By Kilian props for that because this is really hard to make. It is also somewhat tart because of that raspberry, so you're just gonna get that tartness, but also very sweet at the same time. So to me personally, it smells like a very sweet, candied, ripe raspberry, but there's also some tart raspberry combined with the whole bunch. And I kid you not, that's my favorite part about this fragrance, that you pick up some tartness and also the candied sweet of the raspberry. It's the same as you just buy yourself some raspberry. There's one that really ripe, when you put it in your mouth, it's very sweet. And the other one is not as sweet, it's actually tart. And it gives that same vibe. I know it's all synthetic molecules, but it's well done that it just gives it a realistic effect of that raspberry note. So if you're really into very well done raspberry notes, this is probably one of the best I've smelled. It is also not as spicy as the original. The original get that apple pie cinnamon effect, which is delicious, mouth watering. and that's my favorite part of the original, to be honest. On this one right here, it gives more of like a raspberry pie effect into it, and there's definitely something sensual, sexy about the raspberry note in general. That's why I find this version to be much sexier, greater for dates over the original. The original for me is best suited for the holidays or for a night out with the boys. On the other hand, Angel Share Paradis would do you justice if you go out on a date wearing it. Whether if you're a man or a woman, I would see this one best suited for a man over a woman, just because that boozy, woodsy, dry effect that this one has. But I'll find it also to be very sexy on a woman. When this fragrance really dries down, you're just gonna get more of that tonka bean nuttiness this fragrance has. This fragrance also has praline, but I really don't get much of that praline. Probably I mixed it up with that nuttiness of the tonka bean, or the praline is not as prominent, or it wasn't as prominent on my skin. But tonka beans definitely had that ability just to add sexiness to any fragrance. It comes across a little bit flirtatious, a little bit bad boyish in a way. So if you want people to take you seriously, go with the original. The apple pie effect make people always take you seriously. But if you just want to be a little bit flirtatious, a little bit more outgoing, a little bit smoother and suave, go with this one right here. The performance of this one, it's got some great performance. This one pushes out very well. It doesn't push out as far as the original Angel Share. The original Angel Share, it's a beast mode. People would smell you from literally across the room. This one's still very strong, very thick and dense, and it's got some weight into it, but it just doesn't travel across the room per se as the original. So the original definitely projects way more, and people will be able to smell you from longer distance with the original over this one right here. The longevity, as a matter of fact, I'm sorry, but I cannot say. Both of them lasted on me until next day. So I really don't know which one lasts longer, but both of them, they last pretty long. So you're not gonna have a problem with either one. Versatility, I would say they both lack in terms of the versatility. They just got one purpose, which is going out at night, fall and winter. One is more purpose for the boys' night out, which is Angel Share. One is better purpose for date nights, which is Paradis. So I would say if you are going out on a date, Angel Share Paradis would be more versatile than this one right here, just because it doesn't project as far and as obnoxiously as the original. And you can also control the amount of sprays you put on of this one. And most likely, if you are going out on a date for dinner, for instance, or like somewhere, would be like in a closed environment place. So for that reason alone, I would say Angel Share Paradis could be slightly more versatile than the original Angel Share. The compliment factor of Angel Share Paradis, it is through the roof, bro. This one, it's a compliment magnet. People loved it of my skin. Opposed to this one right here, when I first sprayed this one on, sometimes it get me some negative feedback, especially from the females. Just way too boozy for them, just way too obnoxiously strong for them. And it gives that effect, especially if you do like a couple of extra sprays that you don't feel like at a time, but they're definitely way more than you should spray. I didn't really get that with Angel Share Paradis. Even though it is pretty strong, but that sweet raspberry effect, that's the money piece right here, bro. That note gets compliments, I'm telling you. And because of that raspberry fruity note, it kind of like mellowed down the other boozy, woodsy, dry effect this one has also. So I'm telling you, it doesn't come across rough around the edges as the original. It's definitely smoother, way more balanced than the original. And more compliment getting, so if you just want to get more compliments, definitely go with Angel Share Paradis. The price point, $385, that's steep for 50 ml. But nowadays, if you just want to get original quality fragrance, you're just gonna have to drop some pretty penny. And this is what it is, unfortunately. It is steep, it is expensive, but definitely this one is a statement piece if you are looking for a statement piece. So I would highly encourage you to get yourself a decan just because of the price point. Try it out on your skin and see how it works on your skin. And then whether you just go with the original Angel Share Paradis, which I highly recommend, or wait for a good clone that I am pretty sure will come out pretty soon. So this is it pretty much with my review of Angel Share Paradis by Kilian 2025 release. That's my take on it. I think it's a great scent. It's got a purpose and it's doing it perfectly. It is definitely rounder, smoother, sexier, more compliment getting than the original. And I personally love it. Let me know in the comment section down below. What do you think of Angel Share Paradis? Of this description, would you get yourself a bottle of it? What do you think of the original Angel Share? I'm curious, let me know your feedbacks in the comment section down below. Don't forget to like these videos. Angel Share Paradis deserves at least bajillion likes. So I need a bajillion like on this video. Also, click that subscribe button and the notification bell right next to it to not miss any of my fragrance reviews in the future. Also, share this video with all your smelly friends in a good way if you want them to smell even better. Links to most of my favorite fragrances gonna be in the description if you just wanna save yourself a buck or two. So check that out too. And see you guys next time. Peace.